Firstly, I'd like to thank you all for coming today to help us celebrate Team 12's achievements. They've just completed a 12-week self-development programme with the Prince's Trust, delivered by the Learning Curve, and they've done an exceptional job. And I'm very proud to be here today beside them to celebrate it. So I'll introduce myself. My name's Gemma Snell. I'm the team leader for the team programme in Salisbury, and helping us throughout this course we've had Andrew Deans, our assistant team leader, David Whitby, who has been our secondment from Wiltshire Police, and Mike Evans, who's been our volunteer, and he's actually on the previous team as well, and he'll be starting his job over in Devon with our residential provider in January. So round of applause for Mike. Like I said, it has been an absolute pleasure working with you guys. You're all so determined, you're motivated. I just wish you all the luck in the world. Just remember to stay positive. Remember, reach for your goals, never let go of them. You know, strive for the biggest dream that you possibly can. And I'm sure you're going to all have a bright future. So I'll hand over to Andy, who's going to say a few words.
So, Team 12 Ninjas, who you call yourselves. Guys, it's been a roller coaster, as we said before, a few days ago. All right, this is not the end. Okay, Gemma and I are just facilitators. Okay, give you a bit of a guiding hand on your journey. You need to embrace the chance now. You need to move forward. Do that volunteering. Find a job. Volunteer. Get a course. Find a course. Just keep yourselves busy. Where am I now? I told you. Yeah, you now have a springboard now, and it's a chance to move on to bigger and better things. Well done, guys.
So without further ado, is the mic on? Yeah, someone's going to speak in a minute, so awesome. So for our first speaker, a lot of mornings when he's come in, I could have got tipsy off of his morning breath. He's a cheeky chappy, he's got a gift of the gab, and he's got a heck of a charm about him. And that will get you somewhere in life, mate. But just remember to stay mentally focused and positive and be determined to reach your goals. Alex has been really reflective over the last 12 weeks. He's taken on feedback, he's looked at his bad habits, and I think that you're on a good direction for a bright future, mate. So without further ado, cheeky chappy Team 12, Alex Bard.
Hi, my name is Alex. I'm part of Team 12. I would just like to talk a little bit about my experience and how it's brought me where I am today. At the beginning of the course, I was going through some mental health struggles and felt I really needed to do something about it that would propel me forward in the direction I had in mind and in life in general. By partaking on the programme with our team and our course leaders, I was able to partake in various tasks and activities which allowed me to expand myself in different areas of my life, whether it be confidence, self-awareness, or even communicating effectively. By carrying out the team projects, tasks, activities, I have learned a lot about myself, and I'm once again able to take charge of my life. I feel almost brand new. This has allowed me to have more courage when faced with life's challenges. Not only has this programme provided me with courage and confidence, it has allowed me to become more self-reflective in a way I can analyse my strengths and weaknesses, which parts of my life need work. Not only has this programme provided me with the courage and confidence, it has allowed me to become more self-reflective in such a way I can analyse my strengths and weaknesses and which parts of my life need work. Overall, this has been an amazing experience. I'm very grateful to be able to be given this opportunity to work alongside my colleagues and our incredible team leaders. Who have developed, shaped and changed our futures for the better. I would just like to take a few moments to say a few words about our team leaders. Gemma. You have been so supportive and have shown me things about myself and given me insight into my strengths and a go-to for advice who I enjoy to work with. And
oh mate, take time, dude. I'm gonna come and cuddle you. Let's do it, let's do it.
Andy, you've been a backbone in this course. Whenever I needed a word, you've indirectly taught me not to take life too seriously when things get rough. Mike, as a representation of a successor of the Prince's Trust, you've given me faith and I can persevere no matter what the circumstances. And finally, Dave, an inspirational guy who has been someone I look up to and have set a great example of a calm and collective gent in Matt's situation. Thank you for listening.
God, I'm going to follow that. So our next speaker is Pippa. Pippa, it's been a pleasure to have you on the team programme. Not once have I heard you say, I can't do that. And everything that you've thrown at you, you've had a try. Pippa was very excited to do a work placement at Marks and Spencer's. Because of her dedication and hard work, she now has a job at Marks and Spencer's when she leads the team programme, which is a massive achievement.
Hello, my name is Pippa and I am 20 years old. I have been looking for activities to do to help me keep occupied. So then I found, with the help from my parents and activity coordinator, I went on the Prince's Trust to improve my skills and to find a job. My favourite part of it was when we went on a residential trip to Devon, because on the way there we started singing to music on the bus, and I loved the raft building and canoeing. When we were doing the climbing and abseiling, I was upset doing the climbing, but I overcome my fear of heights and did the abseiling. I went to Marks and Spencer's for my work experience and worked in all departments, which I really enjoyed. I even got asked by the line manager, Robert, to have a job, which I was really pleased to hear. The memories I remember is when we had to do a showtime in Devon, and Lloyd taught us a dance routine to show our team leaders. We had to act like Gemma, Mike, Andy and Dave and did a comedy act. Another memory is we went to the True Festival with the Joe Benson Daycare Centre and had a buffet at the Southern Letters. I would like to say a huge thank you to Gemma, Andy, Mike and Dave. You have really helped me, and I have really enjoyed being part of your course and will really miss you.
Thank you very much, Pippa. That was brilliant. Well done. Our next speaker, like I said, he has been driving me absolutely mental with that guitar. To some points I could wrap it around his head. But he has an absolute amazing talent. I've never seen anyone that can play guitar like you do. And he can just learn a song like that. It's an amazing talent. And he can also speak Russian and Greek. Again, just picks things up like that. So, moving forward, Davey, if you harness that skill, focus on one thing at a time, one thing, learn it well, master it, and you'll excel at it. Well, with your oyster, mate, with that sort of talent. So, without further ado, Davey Woodruff, everybody.
Yeah, I'm Davey. I play guitar and various other instruments. And as Gemma highlighted, I know a few languages. And I like meeting new people and going to new places. But I struggle with crowds and giving speeches. So if I stumble a bit, forgive me. On this course, I've done many activities which has involved me working with part of a team with many different pasts, backgrounds and beliefs. It's taught me that everyone is different in their own way. The way we think, the way we do things. The team activities on residential really brought me out of my shell and helped me to engage with the group more. And it gave my self-confidence a boost. And it's actually given me a set routine. When we were on the team challenge, we were asked to make a fun and safe environment for nursery children. And another time which I've enjoyed is going to the New Forest for a week. The first day we were chopping down trees, and then the next we were putting them back in. And I've enjoyed the whole experience of going up to the New Forest and seeing a new part of the forest which I don't normally go up and see. So thank you to the guys that had us up in the New Forest. The funniest moments I can remember from being on this course is at residential, where we had to do a comedy sketch of our leaders. My favourite one had to be Danny, when he had to do an impression of Gemma, which was hilarious. Another funny memory I have is I was walking past the kitchen and I hear a crackling sound. I look in the microwave to find that Pippa had put a pot noodle with a little bit of nut still on it in the microwave. So I had to go in, pull it out, and then very calmly alert the staff as to what happened. My famous quote from the whole course has been, "I've missed the bus, guys." And now I would like to read a snippet of a poem I found called "Take My Hand." I want you to know, I need you to see, I'm more than a label. I am still me. This has meaning to me because it shows me that we all might have labels, but deep inside we are still human, and we all are who we are. We make who we are. And it shouldn't matter to people about who we are. And our famous team quote, we smashed it. Next, I will find work within the area or work with the NHS with the mental health team and help others with various mental health issues. Thank you for listening to Dribble On, and I hope you enjoyed the presentation.
So that brings us on to the next speaker now, Simon. Simon is a truly remarkable young man. You are much loved by your team members, Simon. And don't forget that. You amazed me on residential, so the instructor says, "Who wants to do abseiling?" There was Simon, harnessed, helmet on, ready to go. But we need to make sure that it was clipped in first. So he was that eager to go, he forgot about the rope, so we had to remind him about that one. On a nice side, soft landing, the immortal words came from Simon. I smashed it. To get to this point is a massive achievement for Simon, and I think he should be applauded for this.
Okay, my name is Simon Clark. I am 22 years old. I joined the Prince's Trust Team programme because I was struggling to find work for over a year and my confidence was also very low. I have enjoyed the Prince's Trust Team programme because it's allowed me to get out more and build my confidence. On a taster day, I was very nervous because I never met anyone before apart from Joe. I was very happy that I attended the taster day because it's the start of something great. I really enjoyed my residential trip to Devon because I enjoy rock climbing, assaying, raft building, canoeing, night hike and team game, and also have a chance to cook for my team. I love the community project because it was a good experience for me and I enjoy working outside in the sun. One of my funny moments is walking from home down to community farm, down and back in about an hour walk. It was quite tiring at the end of the day. I created my work experience at Trust and Trust, where I had a chance to try new things with a sample, self donation, upcycling, shoot bot packing for Bulgaria, and sorting CDs and DVD. Hope to come back and volunteer while waiting for my job to come up. For Team Challenge, we went to Joe Benson Day Centre to the Portland Western. While we were there, we had talked about our academy, and also we played bingo and bowls. We took all the residents to have a look at the Christmas tree festival, and ending at snapping letters for our Christmas buffet lunch. My greatest week was in the New Forest doing construction work such as cutting down trees and brambles, fronting out and checking up trees, and making a vegetable soup and eat it in the mud on the last day. The Team Health program helped me develop my confidence and best luck for the future. Thank you for Gemma, Andy, Mike and Dave for supporting me throughout the program.
Well done. That campfire bit at the end, we made bread, put it on the end of, we whittled sticks, put it on the end, we baked it in the campfire. I've never tasted anything like it. Oh, it was amazing. And they all brought vegetables and we made soup. It was such a lovely experience. Did you enjoy the bread and the soup, yeah? Yeah. Excellent. Cool. So, let's get on with it. Big moment, Dan. So, the guys mentioned it before, in residential they had to do a little comedy sketch of us. And Danny played me. I have never laughed so much in my whole entire life. It's absolutely, you're such a funny guy. You're like a little mini me. You're quick-witted, you're smart, you know, you've got so much going for you, mate. You're just hysterical, absolutely hysterical. And you make the most amazing cup of tea. He's a ninja at making cups of tea. I'm going to miss that. I'm going to miss that. Honestly, I've seen so much change in you. You're probably one of the ones that's developed and got the most out of this programme. And this is a big thing for you to stand up in front of everybody and do this. And I don't take that for granted. So, without further ado, one last thing. Just make sure me and Andy get an invite to the wedding of the century. We're like the Cilla Black and Paddy McGuinness of the Princess Trust. So Charlie and Danny, got something going on? But without further ado, Danny, a go, everybody.
Everyone thinks of changing the world, but no one thinks of changing himself. I thought I'd open my speech with a quote I can relate to from a famous author named Leo Tolstoy, because apparently dropping the mic and walking away isn't good enough. Speeches aren't usually my sort of thing, and I wouldn't even have been able to do this a few months ago. So bear with me, I haven't been drinking water. My name is Danny O'Gara, and I'm here to tell you how the Princess Trust changed my life. A couple of months ago, a different person was walking in my boots. He was always panicking, afraid to leave the house, too nervous to meet new people, and he strongly believed that things were never ever going to get better. I was an ex-Danny. I was initially very sceptical about being the Princess Trust, as I believed it would be just like all the other help I received, disorganised and useless. Don't get me wrong, my team leaders are pretty disorganised and useless too, but at least they've had my challenge wisdom to guide me there. In all seriousness though, these guys haven't treated me or anyone else on the programme like some lost 12-year-old who needs a slap on the wrist. These guys have been like our friends, chums, pals, busy mates. And I think that's been my favourite part of the course really, meeting new people. Whether it's Davey driving me insane with his wannabe dad jokes, or Charlie totally falling in love with me, this course has given somebody with Asperger's syndrome the confidence to approach new people and be myself around them, but that's probably made things worse. But it's not just been some social gathering, we've done a lot for only 12 weeks. We went to Devon for a few days to do some physical activities, such as rock climbing and canoeing. We put together a sensory garden for the community farms nursery. We spent some time with the physically disabled at the Joe Benson Daycare Centre. We visited the New Forest to do some conservation work. I even managed to rappel down the side of the cliff, although between you and me, I might have been pushed. We've lived, basically, and we've done it as a team, and I wouldn't have done it with anyone else, except you, Davey. I think it's safe to say that the Princess Trust has brought the old me back, and whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I'll leave to my family to decide. I can say from experience, don't ever tell yourself it's too late, and that you can't change, because you can. I did, the Prince's Trust brought it out of me, as well as everybody on it. And I'd like to give some special thanks to some very special people. Gemma and Andy, these guys are amazing. They go out of their way to... They're just awesome. They do this for so many people like me who need it. Joe, for reminding me what it is to be kind. David, for showing me that our flaws can make us stronger. Simon, for proving to me that we're stronger than we think. Lloyd, for bringing a little humour into the most miserable days. Alex, for always providing a helping hand where it's needed. Pippa, for being a caring soul. Mikey, for being a living example of what this programme can do for you. Dave, for his intriguing conversations and his help in communication. And finally, Charlie, for giving me the courage to face my biggest fears. This programme has been amazing, and it's done a lot for me, and I wouldn't want to go.
Joe, we've seen you grow day by day and week by week. It was fair to say that when Joe first started on the team programme, he was lacking in self-doubt, he was lacking in confidence as well, and I'm sure he'll agree with that. Also, Joe's been pushed out of his comfort zone probably more times than he would have liked, but he's stuck with it and he's here today. You're such a kind-hearted young man, and it's been a pleasure to have you on the team programme. Joe Webb.
Hi, my name is Joe Webber, and I've been on the Prince's Trust 12-week programme. When we first all met, it was strange in some ways because very few of us knew anyone. However, as time progressed, we grew to be more of an integrated group as we are today, and we all think the course has gone very fast. I joined the Prince's Trust programme because I have been applying for jobs since finishing college, but it has not gone well. I only really found success once, but did not enjoy that job so much. From then, with my job coach's help, she suggested the Prince's Trust programme. Since joining the course, I have really gained in confidence and ability. On taste today, I felt nervous as I thought I would not know anyone. However, it turned out I knew Charlie and Simon. Soon this made no difference as we became an integrated group. When it came to residential, we were all excited for it to see what we would be doing. I struggled at parts of residential, such as rock climbing, but really enjoyed other elements, such as when I was head chef for the formal dinner on the final night, which ended well. By the time we were on residential, we were at the point where we knew each other and knew each other's strengths and weaknesses and were a developed team. I feel by the end of residential, we're even stronger team than before. Community project was another part of the course I really enjoyed, as we all got to see who we were helping on a daily basis, and the end result, see how much the children enjoyed the work we'd done for them. This was one of the favourite parts, as you could clearly see what you were doing each day. When it came to Team Challenge, I feel this was a challenge for all of us to begin with, as this was obviously a completely different group of people that we would not normally integrate with much. At first, integration with this group was difficult. However, over the week we were there, it became easier as both groups got used to each other. Just like to thank Gemma, Andy, Mike and Dave. Team quote sum up the course, we smashed it.
Well done, Joe, it's brilliant. So our last speaker, and I'm pretty sure it's going to get emotional in a minute. I'm going to get emotional. Let me compose myself. Charlie's been a bit of mummy of the group, definitely keeping them all in check, to the point the other day where even Simon commented, "Oh, Charlie, that was your angry voice." You know, you've doubted yourself. When you first started the course, Charlie just completely rated herself bottom on every single aspect. And I just couldn't understand how she could see herself like that. And it opened my eyes even more. We see you guys so differently to what you see yourself as. And I hope that this course has given you the opportunity to uncover those hidden talents, mate, because Charlie wants to be a vet eventually. She is smart, you're motivated, you're determined, you're focused, and like the course quote is, you're going to smash life in general, mate. You really are. So yeah, Charlie Butcher, everybody.
My name's Charlie. Sorry. And before I joined this course, I had very low self-esteem and didn't believe I had many skills. Whilst on this course, I have learned that I am more than capable of doing many things, and that if I had more confidence in myself, I could do anything I do. Throughout the programme, I've been pushed into being a leader among our group, and as much as that's worried me, I am grateful that it happened. It taught me that I can lead a group and help people with whatever task they have been set. During the course, Andy, Gemma, Mikey and Dave have been amazing in supporting me in all the crazy things and adventures they've sent us on, including residential. We had to do some rather strange activities. Andy got to see Davey in his onesie. I'm still not quite sure what it is, but it was quite fun seeing a model around a bit. The scariest part of Resi was definitely the rock climbing. I got roped into doing the safety example and got left hanging on the side of the cliff. After a little while and a cup of sweet tea, I realised it was only scary because I had built it up in my head to be. Once I had relaxed and started to enjoy myself, it wasn't so bad, and I managed to do it twice. My favourite part of the course was work placement, where I got to spend 2 weeks doing my dream job, working in a pets practice down at Churchfield. For that, I would like to say a huge thank you to Anne and Fiona and all the amazing staff there that helped make it a success and for pointing me in the right direction to achieve my life goals. I would also like to say thank you to all the crazy people in the Team 12 Ninjas for being so supportive and being the lovable and daft lot I've shared so many fun memories with. So keeping this short and sweet, I would like to say a huge thank you to everyone that come in to help our group succeed in everything that we've done, and for being so patient with us when we've had our hyper days and weren't exactly the easiest group to work with. I'm going to miss you all so much, and I wish you all the best in the future for all that you do. And I hope just maybe we can stay as friends for as long as possible. And as always, we smashed it, guys. Okay, so this is where we kidnap the show for a few minutes to do our own little surprise. So, if you four would like to come up for us.
Come on. Might be a trap.
Well done. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
So
Very
much.
kind.
Wow. Right. Thank you, guys.
So Team 12, you're right. You have smashed it in a big way. Okay, it's been a real honour to have shared your start of your journey. And everything that you've achieved on Team Programme, and you should be so proud of yourselves, as Gemma and I, Mike and Dave, okay? We're all so proud of you. What you've achieved is amazing, so well done, guys. So, that brings me on to the worst kept secret in Team Programme history. Okay, Dave, our employed participant. As you can see, Dave is a police officer from Wiltshire. The team members didn't have a clue what Dave did for a profession for the whole entire 12 weeks. It wasn't until today, when he came out in his marvellous uniform, that they soon twigged that he was a police officer. So well done, Dave, for keeping that a secret for the last 12 weeks. Dave has gone above and beyond what's expected of him. Without Dave's help, we would have struggled to get to key moments, such as residential and the New Forest engagement. So Dave's been a bit of a father figure to these guys as well, and give support and guidance when needed as well. So thank you for Dave. The team members really look up to you, and in the words of Team 12, you're well cushed, mate. So on behalf of Learning Curve, Gemma and I, and Mikey, and the whole of Team 12, thank you very much, Dave.
So now we're talking about that special guest that might be out on deck. It's not, it's
not.
Dave.
Right, excuse me, I need to have glasses to read because I've got bad age. So first things first, surprise! And Andy's explained the reason that it's a surprise, but I'm with Wiltshire Police. I've been with Wiltshire Police for 15 years, and I'm on the employed participant scheme with the Prince's Trust. I'm hugely privileged to have done that as part of a development programme that I'm undergoing myself. The reason that I didn't tell these guys that I was a police officer isn't just to have a nice moment at the end of the course, but I've previously done a little bit of work with Team 11, and it became quite obvious to me fairly quickly that being identified as a police officer had become a little bit of a barrier with some of the members of that team. I decided in conjunction with Gemma that I wouldn't initially disclose the nature of my job to Team 12, so for the last few months, whenever they've asked me, and they have asked a few times, I've been a public services manager with a team of about 15 people who spends far too much of his time in front of a computer. Now, none of that's untrue, but I do apologise to you guys for any deception. I hope you understand the reasons that I've said that. And hopefully, you've managed to get to know me as an individual rather than just the uniform that I wear, because I've certainly got to know you as individuals. Like many people on the team programmes, I left school early. I left school when I was 15 with no academic success, no formal qualifications. I was fortunate, I joined the army, and I progressed through the army, and then onwards through the police, and have gained some of those opportunities in later life, as I hope some of these guys are going to. But when the opportunity came up for me to work with the Prince's Trust, I've absolutely leapt at it. I had to wait for a little bit of time to make sure that I got to do the Trust team in Salisbury. I live and work in Salisbury, and I wanted to have a little bit of local connection with the youth that would be on the project, so that I can continue to help them, continue to support them as time goes on. I've been very glad and grateful to be allowed the opportunity to do that, you guys as well. I'm hugely privileged to have been asked to present the team with their certificates today, and I don't feel in any way worthy of doing that. As privileged as I am, I wish we could get the Prince of Wales or the Mayor of Salisbury or someone else, but I will give it the best effort that I can, and I'll give it my best shot as a presentation, because you guys absolutely deserve that in every sense. You've been fantastic. I haven't been with the team members all the time. In fact, it has been said that I only turn up for the fun stuff, which isn't entirely true. But what that's meant is that hopefully what some of you guys in the audience have seen, the positive changes that they've undergone have been far more stark to me coming back into the project on and off over the 12 weeks. I've seen just some amazing progress, some amazing development within the people that you see in front of you. I don't think many of you would have been in this position 12 weeks ago. You wouldn't have had the confidence to be here. You wouldn't have had the achievements and made the progress that you have. I've rarely met such a diverse group of individuals in my working life, and I've never met a bunch of people who've looked after each other and helped each other through their own individual challenges in a more caring and passionate manner. I've watched them develop in confidence, in courage and in emotional intelligence over the time that I've worked with them. And it's clear to me that they all leave the team programme with an increased ability to find employment and fulfilment within their lives. Whilst they've challenged their own expectations and limitations, they've also hugely challenged my perception of both them and other unemployed young people. As a police officer, I sometimes deal with the negative side of society, the negative side of youth. And it's very easy to start stereotyping people, to stereotype groups. These guys have absolutely changed my perceptions in any number of ways. For me, prior to starting the team programme, Team 12 were just a line on a piece of paper referring to unemployed youth between 16 and 25. At the conclusion of the programme, I'm proud to know them so much more than that, to know them with all their strengths and challenges, as Alex, Danny, Pippa, Simon, Charlie, Danny and Joe. I'm really privileged to work with you guys, and you've been absolutely fantastic, and you've done yourselves proud, and you deserve the certificates that you're about to get.